Soap drop, nigga. Oh, you think you just gonna leave it down there? No. Huh? We don't waste no motherfucking soap in here.
I'm finished.
No, nigga. You ain't finished. I've been watching you. You have? You ain't watched behind your ears or nothing.
The amount of people trying to support Anthony Karmelo for this it blows my mind. Stabbed a kid to death, gets a GoFundMe for a massive amount of money, and goes to court. He loses it. Now he faces, I believe it is 35 years in prison, which he can then potentially get parole after 17 years. I hope he doesn't get parole. But look at this right here. Please continue to give Anthony family and Karmelo fights for his life in an all-white jury in Texas. The Karmelo Anthony verdict shows America is not safe for black people. We as a community need to move to majority black countries. Okay. Dude, you're setting yourself up here. Are you trying to say you want to go back to Africa? I trust you. You will fucking hate that experience. You want to come back so fast. You have no idea what you're thinking of. Go to Somalia and see what happens to you. You cannot be serious with this right here. Look at this. The guilty verdict against Karmelo Anthony, delivered by an all-white jury, raises serious questions about whether black defendants can ever expect equal treatment in a system that has too often criminalized black youth while extending grace to others. Before a verdict was reached, Karmelo had already been tried and convicted in the court of public opinion, demonized by media narratives and subjected to the same stereotypes that have followed generations of black Americans. What are you talking about? He pulled out a knife and stabbed a kid to death. Are you? What is this fucking? This is so stupid. Black people must recognize that justice is not won only at the ballot box. We must show up for jury duty with the same commitment that we show up on election day. The courtroom is one of the most important battlegrounds in America. This is true. They're one of the most important battlegrounds in America. However, there's no racism here. People need to understand that Karmelo Anthony and his family didn't have the resources to retain a legitimate and strong defense team. Are you fucking serious? Like I said right here, his family raised over $612,000 via a Give, Send, Go crowdfunding campaign, which is primarily intended to fund his legal defense. But you know what the family did with it? Supposedly, they bought them an Escalade, supposedly. They bought them a mansion, supposedly. Absolutely bonkers here. Karmelo Anthony responds to being physically assaulted multiple times by stabbing the perpetrator. There are so many witnesses that come out and disagree with this narrative. Meanwhile, Kyle Rittenhouse illegally purchased a firearm through a straw man self-funded. Okay, so this is an entirely different situations here. Entirely different. You know, like, do black people genuinely believe Karmelo Anthony was innocent, or are they just pretending? Absolutely. I think they're just brainwashed, man. They're actually just going crazy. Here's Celestium. I hope Karmelo Anthony gets sentenced for life. While I'm for the death penalty, I highly yes, yeah. I was very skeptical that happened. I wish it would happen, but it's not going to happen. I still think 35 years is too short, but I'm glad they went to 35 and not something crazy like 5 years. 5 or even 10 years. That would have actually pissed me off, but 35 years is still a long time. Every witness in the Karmelo Anthony self-defense case has testified on record that Austin verbally assaulted Mr. Anthony multiple times before physically assaulting Mr. Anthony. This is completely fucking false. This is completely false. In fact, every single one of the witnesses, they spoke out in defense of Austin. This is just bullshit right here. Isaac Hayes, the Karmelo Anthony verdict shows that the justice system has reverted back to the Jim Crow South era. You're so fucking full of shit, dude. It is no longer about evidence. It is no longer about right or wrong. I'm sorry, but he brought a fucking knife to a track field meet. What is this mental gymnastics here? It's about keeping racial score through the prosecution and imprisonment of black people. Dude, had he not brought a knife, man, none of this would have happened. Just not at best, like they might have pushed each other and walked away. If somebody pushes you, that doesn't give you the right to stab somebody. You're just being fucking absurd with this. The amount of people in here that is come out and support him, it blows my mind. It really does. I'll tell you what though, I hope he does meet the health inspector in prison. God, I really do. This is unfair. It was an all-white jury, and the judge, Dia, and Austin's dad are all buddies. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, he's going to prison, and he's going to get his ass turned inside out. I actually seen this before. This is actually hilarious. Be a white boy, Austin Metcalf. F-N words, we are white, so we can sit wherever we want. You go sit under intent in high school, you don't intend. Get asked to leave 15 times. Pulls out knife, stabs black kid horribly. Brother gets arrested, claims self-defense. Well, shoot, we didn't do anything. White people defend him and donate $100,000 to help bail you out. White people claim that he was being bullied as justification. Go home playing Madden 27. If the role were reversed, absolutely, there would be fucking actual riots in the street. It'd be a whole, like, what is it, George Floyd all over again. Karmelo Anthony was found guilty of murder today, a teenager who will likely lose his freedom for decades. Austin Metcalf already lost his. Oh, okay. We are handing them a script that ends in a courtroom or casket. Moral of the story, just don't kill somebody. What do you mean we can't be stabbing people no more? That's a racism. It's so insane.
Jury will now go off and deliberate on... Guilty! That nigga is guilty!
Oh my God.
Settle down. You have to go deliberate. I don't need to deliberate. Hang that nigga now. I got the rope
fucking
right
Uncle
here.
Ruckus. It is fucking crazy, Boondocks. Holy shit. Karmelo Anthony being found guilty is an exact representation of black boys never being afforded the luxury to make a mistake, as is clearly in today's society. They are not afforded the same empathy that many Caucasian males are. No other opportunities. If you disagree, please feel free to comment an instance or situation where a case that was clearly self-defense was treated as much. Dude, they're really stretching this out. They're trying to. Their hardest to say this is self-defense. Somebody pushing you does not warrant lethal force back. Like, look at this shit. N-words can't even kill nobody without getting locked up. This Jim Crow 2.0. It really does. It is actually fucking crazy. They're like, man, like, what do you mean you can't kill somebody? Murders, yes, exactly. Murder is a mistake. Yeah, I see no oopsie. You did a murder. Thanks to Karmelo Anthony, more black women will have to talk with their kids. That talk was be, listen, Dontavian, you can't just go around murdering white folks. This is true, man. You can't. Look at Mistake. Yes, was raised as a white hating gangster. Look at this shit. This is who we're defending here? He's fucking trash. You know, I replied back to this person. I said, you're actually fucking retarded. Taking a life isn't just a mistake. I don't give a fuck if the roles were reversed. I agree with the punishment. I just wish it was longer. You know, if this was a white boy who stabbed this black boy and killed him, I absolutely would be fighting for the same shit. That white boy should get 35 plus years in prison. Absolutely. It has nothing to do with race. You're just being fucking stupid at this point. I think this is super crazy though. What do you think about it in the comments below? Like I said, as always, peace out, everyone.